And here we are. Hey guys, it's Saturday night. I promised I would come on a Saturday, and here I are. And I have the update for the Millerton Lake Bigfoot sighting that happened on Labor Day. At least I think it was Labor Day. I'm pretty sure it was Labor Day. But yeah, it was Labor Day, and I have an update on that. And then I want to talk just a little teeny bit about some things that are going on in the Bigfoot world that I don't think is very cool. Let me see. I need to move this over to studio mode. That should do it. There we go. Studio mode. There we go. Oh, I think I'm live. Oh, maybe I'm not. Let me see. I think I have to come over here. Go in live. I think I forgot. Hey, Hysterical, how are you? I think I forgot to do something, so I'm going to quickly do that. It should show I'm on. Yeah, it does. It's the wrong date. Today's the 8th. Okay. All right, so hi, Cold Warrior, and Claudia, and John. I have an update for the Millerton Lake thing again. This time I have some information, and what it seemed to be was the neighbors are the ones telling me about it, not the actual people that seen it. The guy thinks it's silly, but the wife doesn't think it's silly, but the husband does. But I have a little more information about where it is and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to take you guys to it using Google Earth, and we're going to look at that. But one of the things that hi John, how are you? And Claudia. One of the things I want to talk about is it started a while back. Jeffrey and I and the team were out at Avocado Lake, and we were tracking 5 Bigfoot along the Kings River in Avocado Lake. Well, soon after that we went public, they closed the lake and they destroyed all the undergrowth and everything where a Bigfoot could hide. Good? Probably. And took them several months to do that. Well, now I have some friends on Facebook. All of them are all Bigfooters. And now it's starting to happen in other states. It seems that they've caught on to the Bigfoot world, and they're following the Bigfoot people. And when they go into an area where there's Bigfoot, now they're going in and destroying everything, the habitat, any hiding places, anything like that. So it's starting to happen in more than just Avocado Lake. And I'm going to show Avocado Lake too, where it is in relation to what I've been, Millerton Lake and all that. How's it going, Amanda and Ghost Wolf? Hey, Ghost Wolf. My phone is dead, brother. Sorry about that. I'm so bad about that. And then I can't stay on very long. I have some things to do tonight. So I thought I would just come on and do a really quick thing. As soon as I get it charged up, I'll give you a call, though. Okay, Cold Warrior, no problem, man. And okay, so hi James, what are you doing? How you doing anyways? Okay, so really quick, I'm going to switch it over to the Google Earth real quick and see if I can figure out how to do this. I hope it works. Okay, so hopefully y'all are seeing Google Earth. Okay. And I live in this little town of Clovis right here. Here is Millerton Lake right up here. And then over here is Avocado Lake. And where we were tracking right over here is where we were tracking Bigfoot in Farmer Keith's area where he lives. And now this is Millerton over here, and I live right here. So it's just like a few minutes 25 minutes from here to there, and probably about the same from here to there. Maybe a little bit more to there. So the sighting actually was at this boat ramp right here. And not right at the boat ramp. They said that as they came into this boat ramp, they went to the left. So I was trying to figure that out earlier. So if they're coming this way, the road comes in this way, and they went to the left, which would be my right. They went over here. So I'm thinking that there's this little hidden beach right here. I'm thinking it was right here. And they said they saw it drinking water. It was drinking water. So they knew it wasn't a human right away just because it was drinking water. And it was all black. And they pulled in right over here and parked over here somewhere. And they seen it. And now I don't know what direction that it took off. I'm thinking it went this way up the beach, because there's no roads, no homes, no anything, and it would really be rough going right there. That is really steep. It does not look steep, but that is really steep. Now, what was interesting while I was looking at this, right across, right here, is where the guy saw the Bigfoot dragging the cow up the hill at the end of last summer, probably right around this time. And we actually found tracks on this beach right here. And what's really weird is right across the way, there's a boat ramp over here. See it right there? There's a boat ramp. So there's all these people in boats all over the place right here. And the guy that seen it, we were actually standing right here. He has like this really neat, with all kinds of statuettes and all kinds of stuff. We were standing right here and looking across this little thing right here. And the road goes over here. And the Bigfoot was actually dragging the cow up this hill right here, and then over. Now over here there's no houses, no roads. He's probably living around over here in these really thick woods right here. That's what I'm thinking. So 2 Bigfoot sightings. Now also, while we were down at this little beach, and now it was about a week, it took about a week for us to get out there after the sighting. While Jeffrey was actually down at the beach, and I was right here. This is a tennis court. It's real steep going down there. So I didn't go. I stayed up here. I looked at the pictures, though, when he came back. But I looked around. There's all kinds of places for this Bigfoot to hide in here. And he was actually slapping this. This is like a little house workshop thing. While the guy's in there, the Bigfoot would come around and slap it in the night, scare him. But while we were all over here, my nephew and another guy were right here, and they actually seen over here by this tree, or I think it's this rock right here, a Bigfoot and then a smaller one dancing and playing right here. And then they ran across to go get us, and when we all went back, there was nothing there. And this is like right by the road. I mean, you can see a car's right here. Does anybody look up? I know it's really straight, but I wonder how many people see this or see them and don't report it. Okay, so now that's Millerton Lake. That was the sighting. And you can see how close it is to the city. I mean, it's just a few minutes. I mean, look, it's just right there. From my house, it's only 20-minute drive around this mountain right here. Okay, now over here is Avocado Lake. Let's see, I have it marked right here. And this is the one they destroyed. This is the one they destroyed all the habitat. And then we were tracking them up and down the river right here. And what's really a trip is if you follow this river, there's a little town of Reedley. Oh man, I think it's closer. Let's see, Reedley. Right here. This Bigfoot was running around this river right here. Oh, I forgot to turn that off, huh? All through these neighborhoods. All through these neighborhoods. They would come out of here and then run in there, and they were going into the neighborhoods. Especially over here by this trailer park. They were going all through these neighborhoods right here, right on each side of the river. Okay. I need to turn that off, huh? Okay, so this is where we've been chasing the Bigfoots right here. Through this river area, Avocado Lake. And Keith the farmer, he lives over here, and he has some lemons. Now, Javier, he was parking, let's see, he was parking over here. And he saw the dog man coming down the side of the hill over here somewhere. I think it was like right over here on this side of the bridge. And they're finding all kinds of evidence of them down in here. So this is all really close to the city. And I thought I would show you guys how close it is to civilization. And let me go back. Okay. So I hope you guys could see that. You might, let's see, can I... Now, could you guys see that, or was I just talking to myself the whole time? Google Creek? Oh, Goose Creek. I have some relatives that live in Goose Creek. That's where the Bigfoot sightings are. I should go back to it really fast since you guys said you saw it. Really quick. One of the things that kind of trips me out is if they took the left and they went down here and this thing was either at this beach right here or what I think it was this beach. Where did it go? Like, what they said it was hard for a person to follow it. The only thing that would make it hard is the steepness. There's and how is it going to disappear? I mean, look there. It's like a desert. There's nothing for it to hide behind. I guess rocks and a few trees, but that's pretty sparse right there. I can't see it disappearing very fast. They had to have watched it for a while because there's no way that it got away really quick. And they didn't tell me. I'm still getting more details and stuff. So as the details come in, I'll bring more about this Bigfoot that's been coming around in the lower elevations. Okay, so that is my Bigfoot update. And then the thing about the government. What is it with all that? All this, all of a sudden? Wait a minute. Let me see here. Okay, there we go. Now it's not going to do that anymore. One of the things that's a little bit kind of I don't know if you would say trippy, whatever, like why are they following everyone and destroying Bigfoot habitat all of a sudden? This is like a recent thing. I think that it happened to us first at Avocado Lake, but now it happened to some other people, and I've heard through a few other people that the same thing is happening to them too. And I mean in different states like Tennessee and Oklahoma and back over there. And it seems like why are they doing that? Like, they destroy an area, okay? So they destroy an area. That doesn't, unless they're killing the Bigfoot too and tracking them down and killing them, that destroying the area is all it does is make them move on to another area. And I'm not understanding I understand Avocado Lake. That is a place where lots of people go. I mean, it's right by the cities. There's several little towns all around it, and I'm only 20 minutes away. I mean, I could see them making it more safe, but I'm not getting why they're doing it all over the place like that. It doesn't make any sense unless, yeah, like you say, maybe they're isolating them. I think maybe they might be hunting them. I'm not sure if they hunted the ones over at Avocado Lake. I do know that there was soldiers seen out there though. After a sighting, somebody saw some camo guys out there, so it very well could be that they're destroying the habitat, places for them to hide and attack people. Now, see, it makes me think, like, are they safe? Are Bigfoot safe? Is that why the government's doing that? They're not safe? And you hear a lot of people saying they're safe. Well, are they protecting people without, denying Bigfoot exists, but then going and tearing up terrain and everything? I mean, it makes you wonder. Like, it really makes me wonder. I'm gonna check around. Really, I'm gonna see if I can get some other people to talk to and come on, and we'll talk about this a little more. We'll do like a deep dive on habitat destruction and them, the Department of Forestry and Fish and Game and all that going in areas where people go looking, they're, I guess they go there a lot, and Bigfoot is there all the time. So why they would do that, and try to figure this out, because something doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. Like, all these years we've been doing this, and then all of a sudden, why now? Why? Is it because there's more people going in the area? Is it because they're dangerous? Like, I just want to know, I know the government destroys the government destroys stuff. I wonder if they do relocate them. That's an interesting thing, Mario. But and how you doing, Mario? That's it. Oh, and thank you, Cold Warrior, man. Thank you, brother. You guys are great. And in fact, I wanted to thank all you guys for the support. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate every one of you. I love you guys, and I'm always here. Always, like, if you ever need prayer, or somebody to talk to, or anything, you get any of you. I don't care where you live or anything. If you can get a hold of me, get a hold of me. Yeah, well, they just started some more fires in Northern California, and it burned up some big rigs as it jumped a 5-lane freeway or 6-lane freeway. Okay, it jumped a 6-lane freeway and burned a big rig. I mean, come on, that had to be a dew weapon. I mean, come on, who ever heard of that? And I heard they barely escaped with their life. I mean, come on, it's crazy now. Hey, Brown Dwarf, what's up, my brother? Well, a lot of the places they're destroying isn't national parks. It's just places that for a long time people have been going there and interacting with Bigfoot. And I guess the one I heard about, I don't know if you guys know him. Some of you guys might recognize the name, Randy Katera. I think that's how you say his name. And they actually killed one. He had it named Mike. And they spread his ashes, and I guess they followed him into his area. He went in and picked up his game cameras, and then they followed him in there. And the next day they were in there with bulldozers and everything, tearing it all up. And then I heard of a couple of more also, but I watched the video of this one. It was like, oh man, wow. Yeah, micro drone incendiaries. No kidding, huh? That's the I wanted to talk about that dew weapon thing, but YouTube's messing with me pretty hard. I mean, they're not. And why me? I don't do anything. I figure the more I go deep diving, the more I go on, and I'm going to start deep diving more. I don't care what they say or do to me. I'll find a different way if that's the case, but we really do have to think about these things of what they're doing. It's a war. It seems like to me there's a war, and it's over votes and who's going to be in power. And I know one thing, I'm not for the ones that have been in power for the last, since I've been alive, and I'm for this whole change. I'll tell you that much. But it seems like a war. And then in the state I live in, it's pretty obvious, this one's one of the ones that's going to be bucking the system or bucking the change. They don't want it. It's really something. I believe we are under attack. I mean, we're under attack by Google, Facebook, YouTube, all those Gmail, all that stuff that is owned by, it's all funded by DARPA. You guys know that, right? That the whole thing is, it was to find out information about people that they couldn't know otherwise. So now everybody puts all their information and their whole life on Facebook, so they know everything about everything now. Besides listening to you on your phone and your browsing habits and all that stuff and your emails. I mean, they have everything. They absolutely have everything, and that's dangerous. They should have. That's We have the Fourth Amendment that's supposed to protect us from that stuff, and they've actually committed a very big crime. And the ones that turned the apparatus on to to look at us, the Americans, that they committed a really big crime there, and they need to pay for it, really. Man, Alex Jones. I think Alex Jones is. I think actually he's a bad guy, and he's trying to say he's the one with all the contacts and stuff like that, and people weren't listening to him, so they had to make it look like he's being attacked and make him a victim, victimize him a little bit, so that he looks like he really is, one of the good guys being attacked. But I don't think he is. I think he's a bad guy. And all you have to do is listen to Corsi. That guy, he's fake. There's fake. Corsi's fake. Okay. Yeah, well, I think they started the fires in California so they could get federal funding, because Trump cut off all federal funding to California. As long as we stay a what do you call it, state where people can hide out, and they fight the law and all that. Long as we're a sanctuary state, we don't get any federal funding. So in order for them to get money, they have to set fires and stuff like that, so that they get funding that way. That's how they get their money, even though a lot of people lose everything from it. Man, I tell you, they sure are hysterical. Man, Facebook's so bad. You're right, Ghost Wolf. It's really bad. The only people, it's like, you can't get my wife to go off of Facebook, because that's how she keeps up with her grandkids and stuff like that. But that's a good example of how they know everything too. Like, they know all your family, they know your cousins and your grandkids, and times like when people work and get off work, and what they do on their free time, and then they play games, and then it's like, man, they know about everything about us. It's really scary, really scary. Nobody should have that much information. How's it going, Pocket Pro? I've been off of it a lot, and it's probably too late for me. Like, I've been on it like, remember MySpace? I was MySpace first, and it started getting all weird, and they were doing all kinds of weird stuff. And then I went to Facebook, and nobody was. It was crickets on Facebook. I had like 3 friends, and then all of a sudden there was like this exodus over to from MySpace to Facebook, and then Facebook just blew up even bigger than MySpace. And little did I know, that the same day they created Facebook, they DARPA cut funding to another web thing that they had that was supposed to do something just like Facebook, and it didn't work. So they cut the funding, and then they funded Facebook. And So it's a trip. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 1984. Well, I'm partying like 1999 tonight. At least I'm going to party like 1999 tonight. Actually, not 1990. Yeah, I guess. I didn't drink in 1999, so yeah, I'll be partying like 1999 tonight. But if it was 1979 now, I wouldn't be partying like that tonight. Yeah. It actually, like, if it wasn't for Facebook, I wouldn't even know about uh, the government tearing up the habitat. That, I mean, that's how, if there wasn't Facebook, I wouldn't know that at all. And I also wouldn't have had uh, that guy on, was it Dean, where he had the Bigfoot walking up the mountain in Acton, California. I mean, I wouldn't have known about that. I probably would have not met Heidi. A lot of people. Facebook has been huge for meeting people and getting to know people, and all kinds of, even still today, I'll be guest speaking in Jackson, California. I was supposed to be guest speaking this weekend in Tahoe, but something happened and they couldn't do it. So they asked me if I could check this time and do it a different and on another time, and it was like, yeah, sure, you know. But without Facebook, I mean, that's how everybody's finding everybody and doing all this stuff. So there's really good things to it, and I think it could remain good as long as they're not using it to spy on everyone and use the information like they're not supposed to use it. I mean, actually, how they're leading everybody to believe how it is, how this is how it is, right? But that's not how it is. They're weaponizing it. In other words, they're stealing information and figuring out how to hurt people. Let's see. Yeah, social status doesn't matter to me, though. Believe me, it doesn't. It used to. Back when I was a casino guy, man, I thought that, the big ranch and the fast car and, all that gold and everything hanging off of me, that I thought that was like you made it, you made it when you had the big car and the big ranch and the gold bracelets and all that stuff, but it was empty. It really, it wasn't, it wasn't there for me, you know. After I got hurt and couldn't work anymore, it actually messed with me a little bit, because when you lose what you think gives you self-worth, what gives you your worth, all of a sudden you're a nobody and nothing. And I spent 5 years in a dark room hiding behind I mean, just hiding out in a little corner, and I didn't go out. I didn't see people. I stayed down low pretty for 5 years, 5 or 6 years, and finally decided, this wasn't life. There was no life sitting in the dark in the corner and not seeing anyone. And I decided that it was time to come out into the world, but this time it was going to be different. My values now are family, friends, you guys, friends, family. The big car doesn't mean anything to me. Money's nice, it pays the bills and all that stuff, but I don't need a ton of it, because I mean, enough to pay the bills. That's about, and take care of business. Other than that, having a big stash in the bank doesn't do anything. And if you die, like I died, and when I came back, I realized that I didn't take anything with me. Not one thing went with me, not even my clothes. I mean, I went all by myself, and there wasn't anyone with me, and I didn't have anything that tangible that I had in this world when I was over there. So I started realizing, a lot of this stuff isn't really that important. In fact, a lot of the stuff that I thought was important, when I got on the other side, they didn't want to know about that, about what I thought was my what I did in life. They wanted to know other things, like how I treated people and how mean I was to people and how ungiving and stuff like that. That's actually what was important over there. Like, so the more giving you are, the more loving, the more forgiving, all that's what counted. That's actually what was racking up over there. When you weren't doing it over here, then that's what was ticking it down over there, right? It was a real eye opener, a real eye opener. Bad intentions. Hey, what's up, Isaac? And Isaac's dad. How you guys doing? Man, I might be missing people because I can't see it as good. Yeah, social status isn't what, when you're in heaven, social status doesn't mean anything, man. Nothing. Yeah, exactly. Measurement of the heart. Oh, it looks like it's time to go, you guys. I'm sorry that it has to be so short tonight, but I promise I'll get on around the first part of the week. I want to, before Ghost Wolf goes on vacation, I want to have Ghost Wolf on, and we're going to chat. We're going to do a deep dive on a certain topic. You guys will like it. Nothing on the gnomes. I haven't heard anything on them, and I know some of the people that live around there too, that they don't talk about it. I think they moved away from it. And they burned down the little shed, and the house that was there burned down. So I haven't really heard, but I have heard a lot of UFO and orb sightings around over there in that area. So stuff still going on, stuff still going on. But only I gotta get, my wife just checked in. We got some plans for tonight, and on a Saturday night, first time in a long time. I'm excited. It's gonna be me and her. I'm real happy. I hope you guys have the rest of the weekend a really nice weekend. I'll be back. I'm gonna give you a call, Ghost Wolf. We'll set something up. My phone's on the charger right now. I don't know if I'll call today, but probably tomorrow sometime. And then you guys all have a good weekend. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I'm praying for every last single one of you always. And I'll see you soon.